Good evening and welcome to the Scotia Live webinar. It's so wonderful to have you join us. For all our viewers on Zoom, thank you for joining us. For all our viewers on Instagram, thank you for joining us. And if you're on Zoom and you want to find us on Instagram, we are on Scotiabank JM. That's Scotiabank JAM. You can find us and join us on Instagram. I am your host, Carlette, and I'm delighted to be here this evening with the Scotiabank team as we talk about all the digital channels that Scotiabank has to offer that help us to serve ourselves with the bank. For this evening's conversation, we are talking about Press Pay, and we will highlight the ways and the ease of ways in which we can have payments and deal with the bank and have our transactions via Scotiabank. Joining me this evening are our experts, Hughton Lewis, who is the Senior Manager of Self-Service Banking. Think about that, self-service banking. So we don't even have to walk into the branch. I know they have seated branches, but we'd love to be able to do it at midnight, at 1 o'clock, at 2 in the afternoon, self-service banking he'll be telling us about today. And of course, Peter Mohan, who is the branch manager for the Constant Spring Financial Center. That's a big, beautiful Scotiabank on Constant Spring Road there. You should visit. I know I talked about self-banking, but you can also visit the branch sometimes. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know we're going to have a robust discussion. We're going to talk all about, the channels, starting with ATM. So Hughton, I know that you're in charge of the entire ATM network. Tell us what we need to know about using Scotiabank ATMs.
Thanks very much, Carlette. So, our ATM network was designed to be robust, was designed to be convenient. Today, a customer can go to the ATM to do their transaction without having to go into the branch. They can go and do their deposits. They can do their transfers. They can actually purchase top-up. They can purchase US dollars.
Really?
Can you imagine?
Buy US?
You can buy US dollars.
No standing in line?
No standing in line. No need. In fact, I take that a little further. They can actually purchase US dollars from their own account, from their local currency account, and if they have a US account, they can actually withdraw their account. But deposits, everybody is trying to save. So deposits are done, and persons sometimes need some transaction.
Right. So whether I'm depositing cash or depositing a check.
Right.
I need money.
You need money. So when you lodge your cash, you have access to that cash immediately.
Really?
Right? So if you need to purchase something at a shop using a point of sale or something, you can go and spend the money immediately. If it's checks, you can also lodge the check, and they are able to access a part of it by just speaking to their branch to work out an arrangement where they can actually get some kind of access to a part of it without the check being clear.
It's so good to not have to wait, to know that
So
I
good.
can relieve myself of cash, which can be stolen,
Yes.
but put it safely in the bank and then have it immediately accessible on my ATM card. That's great.
Exactly. And I just want to speak a little more about the actual purchase USD, because we have about 61 machines across the island, all in strategic location, all in major towns.
So the 61 machines are dual currency
They
machines.
are all dual currency
Okay.
machines.
And the entire network is how big?
And the entire network, 285 machines.
285.
machines.
We only have 14 parishes, right?
Exactly. So, Carlette, you have said
That's a
it.
lot.
You have said it.
Catering for more.
And, as far as we are concerned, we actually in the process of replacing the older ones. And in fact, a lot of our customers, have told us about, how, convenient the new ones are.
So the new ones are bashing. What are some of the features of the new ones that you can tell us about?
So, so it's touchscreen. It's really about the flow to actually the transactions.
So one thing I noticed about the
simpler.
touchscreen, I can do more with it. Since
You
it's
can-
not limited by buttons, I can just do so many
You
more.
can do so many things, right? I mean, withdrawal is something that customers they do regularly. But even when you're withdrawing, you can actually do cash selections and stuff. So, I mean, there's almost anything at all that you can actually do at these machines that an ATM can actually do.
So I really don't need to come into the branch anymore.
There is no need to come into the branch. And you can go and do your use your machine at any time, whenever you want to do. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, there's security
Yes,
consideration
yes,
that
yes.
you need to
But
practice.
I still love that flexibility. I
Right.
think that's really good. And speaking of flexibility, I know that I've been to the machine sometimes, and there's that screen that lets me know how to break down the withdrawal. Can you
Yes.
tell me more about that?
I think that's maybe one of the best features when I think about it. When you think about Jamaicans, they prefer to have smaller notes. But the machines are designed with $5,000 notes, $1,000 notes, $500 notes. On screen, it allows you to break it down. So you can go larger if you want 5,000, and you can go smaller. And on screen, you're seeing the denomination changing, and then you're able to hit the withdrawal button,
And it calculates it for me based on that.
denomination.
So one of the things that I sometimes have to do, I have to withdraw today to pay one person, and I have to withdraw tomorrow to pay a different person. I have to give $1,500 for cake at school.
Yes.
I have to give $2,000 for this. So can I, knowing how much money I need to withdraw for the week, work out the change that I need?
Yes,
And get that?
and we recommend that because that will even limit the number of times you need to go to the ATM.
Yes.
Yes, so we are for that.
I wonder though, every time I go to the ATM, I have to pay a fee, right?
Correct.
What are those fees like?
Well,
Okay, I'll
yeah,
take that one.
yeah.
So when you think about it, for every institution across the world, banking, there's going to be a cost associated with the service they provide. We listen to our customers because some time ago we used to charge, and that was something that everyone was against as it relates to you charging for everything. So what we have done is we have listened to the customer. We charge you as it relates to the transaction you do. So you now have the power to determine what you're charged. So if you think about it, if I can go one time and pay one fee, then you go one time. So it's up on you to determine how many times you have to visit the machine. And we're talking about $22.50. It's minimal.
Yes.
So we encourage you to, if you want to say plan your withdrawals, and if you do that, you minimize on the cost.
It's one fixed fee,
One
less than
fixed
$25. Sounds fairly reasonable
Fairly.
to me. Yes, I like it. Are the fees different for U.S. transactions?
No, it's not different. I mean, it's a per transaction fee. So it depends on the type of transaction doesn't really
That's
matter.
cool.
There's something I want to mention though, which is cool. So a customer with a credit card only, so they don't have a deposit account with us, need to pay that credit card. They can actually go to the ATM with cash and make their payment
That
using the
makes
credit
a
card.
lot of sense.
Using the credit card.
Yes.
So once that card is
Right.
pinned,
Yes.
they'll put in the pin and have the option to pay by cash.
Right.
I've often wondered about that because some of us, I don't know why they would, but some of us do have accounts with other institutions, but need to pay our Scotiabank
Right.
credit card.
And I tell you a little more than that. The customer may be paying their US card, but only have Jamaican dollars. It will convert it for you.
Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, I mean, we have invested a lot in our technology to ensure that the customer is convenient.
Okay.
I mean, the features are convenient to
Yes.
the customer. Give them flexibility.
And speaking of flexibility, talk to me about my ATM limits. How are those limits set, my withdrawal limits? Do I set it? Do you set it? Is it set overall?
Okay, so as a bank, we try to protect you. So if you think about it, anyone getting hold of your card and having the PIN would be able to pull any amount. So we restrict in terms of the amount. So a standard now, it's $100,000 someone is able, that's a standard for all customers.
Which is quite generous. Don't need more than that, I hope.
But if you do need more, you just need to communicate with your branch, and they can make an arrangement in terms of increasing that limit for persons who would need more. The higher your limit, the more risk involved, so you'd have to be,
Mindful of that.
mindful of that, and you decide, okay, do I want to keep the 100 or do I need it to be more? But, we encourage persons to keep it at, if
Lower.
you want to say, standard.
Yes.
And you have persons who come in and tell, we have seen in recent times, they say, I don't want it to be 100.
Yes.
We can make it even lower.
Right.
So, that's for, limit the exposure.
Which from my end, I'm going to recommend because there's so many other ways that you can pay bills that you don't necessarily need cash. You're going to jump in and say something, Hughton?
Exactly. No, in fact, exactly. That's what I was going to say. So in today's world, cash is not necessary. I mean, you need cash to pay for some petty cash purposes, but your card is what is used to do a lot of your transactions.
A lot of those things.
So when you're going shopping, you just need to have a card with
Yes.
you, a debit or your credit.
I like how you say shopping. We're going to talk about shopping right now, yes? So for all our viewers on Zoom, I'm going to be giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. Don't worry, all our viewers on IG, I have something for you later on. So I want you to get into your Zoom chat and be ready to answer this question. The first person that answers the question correctly will win themselves compliments of Scotiabank a $50 Amazon gift card. If you're like me, that's a big deal. So I'm giving you a moment to get your fingers into the chats. Are you ready? Because it's going to be the first person, so you have to be ready. And the question is, name 3 self-service channels offered by Scotiabank. Easy question. We've been talking about it. You know the answer. Type it in on Zoom, and we will contact the winner to give you your free Amazon gift card. As I said, IG users, stay tuned. We definitely have something for you later on. So let's get back to it. Speaking of channels, we spoke about ATM, but let's talk about online. Let's talk about the website, because we really love the website. Scotiabank Online has a robust, beautiful, easy-to-use interface, if I may say so myself. I really like it. So I need to know more about it. Hughton, what makes our website special?
So, you know, I spoke about ATM earlier. The website is even more comfortable. I mean, you're able to access it anywhere.
In your home,
anywhere, in your
on
home,
the road.
the beach, yeah, have your phone, you get onto it. So, if a customer want to pay their bills, if they want to transfer funds, I mean, if they want to purchase US dollars, they want to send funds, they want to pay their guard now, want to pay your housekeeper, you simply just transfer the funds, whether with Scotiabank or any other bank. Right? If they want to do any kind of payment, the Scotiabank, the online banking allows. If they want to update their personal information, that's on their personal file, they can simply go online and actually update that information. So if you move from one address to the next, you can always change the address and stuff without having to go into the branch. And I mean, the sky's the limit in terms of almost anything at all you can actually do. Anything in the branch, there's no need to go into the branch. You know, you can. If that customer want to just upload any kind of information, they can actually do it. So, tapping up their phone. The sky's the limit, Carlette.
Well, let's back up and talk about access. Because with the ATMs, obviously I need my bank card to access the ATM.
Yes.
How do I access online?
So, to access online is a matter of, you sign in with your username, your password, and, bingo, you're in there. You'll get some verification, if you're signing on to the device for the first time, and then you're on, bingo, you start to transact.
You mentioned signing on for the first time, and that's one of the things that I've noticed, a lot of security protocols. Now, I know we can't get into too many details here, but we can reassure customers that Scotiabank Online is the safest, yes?
It's the safest. It's the safest. And there are several levels of verification for them. The customer can also open another account if they want.
I can open a new account from my yard?
You can open a new account from your yard. But before I even speak about the new account, if you want to open a second account, or a third account, or a fourth account, the customer can simply go online, take the option to open an account, and bingo, that account is open. You can transfer funds to that account immediately, and
And online, I have access to both my bank account as well as my credit card, no?
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
And the time for you to open this account, I've tested it myself, less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
That's pretty quick.
Yes.
It would take me longer than that to find parking.
That's
Let
correct.
alone.
So why would you torture yourself?
Why would I torture myself? It makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
So now let's move on to the app, right? So we spoke about website. If you thought the website was good, the app is remarkable.
Or I call it the app. We have getting so many positive about the app. The app is really about just doing everything easy.
At the top of a finger.
At the top of finger. I spoke about updating profile earlier, or, your personal. It's so easy. You simply just, tap, and then you actually, have everything up to date. If you want to, if you transfer funds, you can actually share your receipts and all those things.
No, let's talk about sharing receipts.
Yes.
I mean, I find that when I pay someone and I want to prove to them that I've paid it, it is so easy to just click share, correct?
I think it's one of the coolest features. I mean, in recent time, my children, extras, and you need to pay the teacher.
Yes.
You make a transfer, and right there, you're able to just transfer the receipt, paid. And anything that, so if you're doing it the same for the helper or the plumber, you are able to use the app to say transfer. And after you've done that, you are able to share the receipt. And I think that is just one of the coolest features you can think about. So there's no question, here is it, I was just paid.
Yes.
You can use whatever apps. You can use emails or WhatsApp.
You can use Telegram, you can
That's
use
right.
email.
Anything.
Exactly.
Anything.
Exactly.
So it's one of those cool features that, the app has to offer.
Yes.
But not only can you share receipts, you can also share information about your house. If I want
Beautiful.
someone to give me money.
Exactly.
Yes. And that one is another cool one. When you think about it, you did something for someone and they said they need your account information. You just easily tap on it.
Yes.
See the details and you're able to share it. And you can share, to another bank or wherever you decide. And, share that information. The person is able to use that information now to make a payment or whatever they decide to do.
So next time my girlfriends and I go out for a drink and I need my money back.
You need to share the bill.
Share.
Yeah.
My account information.
That's right. That's
Speaking
right.
of when we go out, sorry, you wanted to add something before I move on?
So another thing too that I think is very important that customers utilize a lot, e-receipts. E-statements.
Oh.
Right. So, I mean, the customer, is able to see up to 12 months of transactions on their statements. Just imagine, I mean, you did a transaction 6-7 months ago, and there's some query you can actually reference.
Yes,
that
can pick it up.
Yeah.
Just by a click. So, it's all about convenience.
Yes.
So we have made the effort
Yes.
with our customer front of mind.
So if I can add to that, one of the things I've noticed about the website and the app is not only can I search month by month in the
Yes.
app or the
Online.
itself, but I can also print off
Yes.
my older statements. So when you say
Exactly.
e-statements, you mean both searchable as well as the PDFs. Yes?
Exactly. So there's transaction history, and
Transaction history,
there's
that's the
actual
word.
statement.
Yes,
Physical
there you go.
statement. So if you need something in a printed form, or not even printed, that you can actually
Yes.
email.
Yes.
Send a copy to someone.
I've got proof.
have
I've
proof.
got an account.
Everything, logo, everything. So it's in the real
Yes.
form of a paper statement.
Yes. So makes sense. I was mentioning that, my girlfriends and I are going out, we're going to get something. Maybe I got a purchase that was really high, right? I paid a lot of money for something that's really important to me, but I can't actually pay all of it right now. One of the things I have noticed in my app is this cute little button that says Select Pay.
We got you.
Tell me about that.
Oh my. So if you think about it, Select Pay is maybe another cool feature for us. Allows you to make that payment in installments. So just imagine that. You made a purchase, 50,000 or more, and you want to decide, okay, I want to pay this over a 3 months period, a 6 months period, or 9 months period. You just
9 months, just like that.
Just like that. You
In the app, at my house,
at your house.
looking at my phone.
Look at your phone. You say, okay, sign in, click on your credit card, look at installments, click the transaction, you look at the payment plan, send.
Okay. Now,
It's all done.
that sounds simple enough, but we can even show them how simple it is. So we do have a video here that we're going to bring up, and then you can walk us through it and show us exactly how easy it is.
Sure.
So here's the video.
Okay.
How to use Select Pay.
So you select on account details right there. And then you're going to have to select now the button to convert installments. Yeah. Right there, click, and then you select the plan.
Ooh.
Right there,
And I have
decide
the
options.
right?
Yes. And depending on the one you selected,
Excuse
I
me.
have read and agreed to the above documents.
Wow.
Slide submit. And it's that simple.
Simple
That
as that.
simple.
Yeah.
Simple
I
as
have-
that.
And it works for all the others. So 6 months the same, 9 months the same.
Right.
So I can say to myself, okay, Maybe I would do it before. I think about it before I make the purchase and not after. But if I do it after, that's fine. I can say, there's something that I really want to get, but I can't afford it right now. This is how I can afford it.
Yeah.
This is how I can have it now and pay later.
And it works for persons who collect in terms of income other than the monthly. So they might look and say, okay, this particular item I'm purchasing, when I get the next money in terms of the
Yes.
next month, I'm able to make payments out of that.
Yes.
So it's a good feature.
I know it's coming, but it's not here yet, and I don't want to miss the deal.
That's
Because
right.
it's on sale right now, and I need
So
to take
exactly.
advantage of it. And I'm actually going to
Exactly.
save money because I'm buying it on sale.
That's
I like
correct.
that.
Exactly.
I heard about zero rating. Can you tell me about that, Hughton?
You know, Carlette, that's another big feature on our mobile app. So, you know, we are in the times now where everybody is reliant on their Wi-Fi and all that. And there are times when you may be out of Wi-Fi zones, right? So, you know, in an effort to ensure that our customers still can actually do their banking, even without Wi-Fi and even without any kind of data charge, we have actually, you know, arranged to make our app zero rated. And all that means that you can browse, you can actually go on the app at any time
Check your app.
without
Check your app.
internet access, even if you have internet access, without being charged for any
browsing.
data services. So if you're on the
So you
farm,
have no excuse. That's
you
what
have no
None.
excuse. If you, wherever you are, you can actually
don't
do
need
your
credit.
banking. No credit required.
I found myself in a situation where I didn't have data, but I was able to check my account. It was very, very helpful.
Yes.
Right.
And it's any other providers.
Yes.
Yes.
In terms of
any,
phone.
any providers. I mean, all you need to do is just ensure
click
that you
on
have
that.
an active data plan. You know, and that's it. You don't have to have credit.
With all of that said, could you really add more to the app? Are there new features that are coming?
You know, the sky's the limit, and they're, you know, we continue. We are continuing improving, changing, we're adding, and we're also listening to our customers. So there are quite a number of things that are coming. There's a very cool feature that is used today in WhatsApp in dark mode.
Yes.
You know, in the night you
Yes.
probably, you know, have a little challenge.
You
scene.
say, what's up? My entire life is in dark mode.
So that's coming.
Yes.
So, you know, customers will be able to
Right.
change the mode, the display. Right?
So now I'm checking my app in the middle of the night, which
Exactly.
I do.
Exactly.
It won't brighten up the whole room.
Exactly. I mean, they will be able to see get a loan statement with a credit card statement now, loan statement. They'll be able to pay their taxes. Just imagine. Just think about you have your property tax to pay. You don't have to go to
To the tax office.
tax office to pay.
Pay it online.
Pay it online, real time.
Real time.
Yes,
That's good.
that's coming.
That's good.
That's good.
And since I don't get tickets for driving fast, I won't ask about that.
Well, and those who get tickets for
Those
driving,
other people.
can, you know, we'll be able to do that. So, I mean, those are just a few, right? There are others that are coming because, you know, we're constantly looking at how we can improve the convenience to customers. And, you know, I tell you, that mobile phone will be
Can do so
tool.
much.
so many things. The
You
tool
know,
to do your banking, your
We
full
talk
banking.
about Scotia customers, and we are blessed people as Scotia customers, and it's so easy for us to start a new account within the app and online. It is so easy for us to have all of these features. But what about non-Scotiabank customers who want to be Scotiabank customers? Can they start a new account online?
Of course, of course. You
Start the
know,
process.
as I said, we continuously look at what our customers or even potential customers want. And, you know, we have actually enhanced our system so a non-customer can go onto our public website. There's the option there, right? Just go on the accounts on the website. There's a tab to say accounts, bank accounts. And they are able to open a new account, start the process. Of course, you know, there are rules around,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
opening
but they
accounts and
start.
stuff. But they start the process, so most of the heavy lifting is actually done online.
But they do visit the branch. So Peter,
do
as a
visit
branch
the branch.
manager, when they come in, what happens then?
So when they come in, whatever the data they have inputted, we are able to check our system now to verify what they gave us. And then based on what they gave us, we'll do our checks to make sure that we have the correct information, whatever exhibits they brought, we ensure that those are authentic as well. And then we just complete the process. So
Bam.
what it does, it reduces the time it takes to complete an account.
Yes.
So normally an account would maybe take you 45 minutes. You could end up completing that process in 15, 20 minutes. So it is just one of the coolest things when you think
Yes.
about it for persons who are just entering the
Yes,
organization in
because
terms
too
of a
much
new
time is
customer.
wasted with the document. We
Yeah.
do all of that online and
That's
come on
right.
in. That's
It's
great.
all about
So you have a
convenience.
new account and you are ready to share your account details with others. We touched on it earlier, but we also have a video to show you how it's done. So walk me through this. I have my app online,
Yes.
and we're going to bring up the video, and you show me how it is that I can then share my account details with someone else so that they can send me money.
Sure.
Or they can be aware of the fact that I have
It's
an
having
account.
account,
That's very
yes,
important.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So once they log in, see account details, they would click on that option. And then down the bottom now, they will have that option to share account details.
Yeah.
And they decide is which bank. You click on that. You're going to pick in terms of the platform that you
Right.
want to share. I think this person is going to choose WhatsApp, which is maybe the favorite one.
Right.
Select the user, and then you click submit.
And there it is.
There it
So-
is. Bingo.
Yeah. So and on that screen, it shows you internet banking, it shows you the bank, the account number, and then you click the send, and the person will have your information, the process the
Lovely.
transaction.
And I noticed it had different ones because if I'm transferring within Scotiabank, I don't need the transit number, but if I'm transferring outside of Scotiabank,
Then you
I
would need that, yes.
So it puts in the information that's necessary based on who's
Right.
sending.
Yeah, the international is there as well.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I think it's time to give away some more money. What do you say?
I think so too.
Okay.
I think so. That's it.
Yes. So for our IG viewers, remember I mentioned earlier that I had a prize for you, and I have the prize now. So again, grab up your phone. I know you had put it down so that you could just watch and listen, but you need to grab your phone, pick it up in your hand, get your thumbs ready to tap the answer to this question. The first person on IG to give us the right answer will win themselves a $50 US $50 Amazon gift card. So you ready? Have your phone in your hand. Ready. The question is, name 3 things that you can do with Scotiabank on the digital channels. What are 3 amazing things that you can do on the digital channels with Scotiabank? We've been talking about them all evening, so I know that's another easy question. And I know you're going to be tempted to type 5 or 6 or 7 based on what we're talking about now, but 3 will get you the prize. I'm almost sorry that I'm not eligible, but that's okay.
Your time will come.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, so with all of this happening, all the digital channels that are available, we still have branches, but the branch network has changed,
Yes.
haven't they, Peter? So tell me, what kind of branches do we have now? How have we changed, and how are they better?
And when you think about anyone having a business, you have to think of different ways to serve our customers. And we listen to our customers, and when you think about, making it convenient for them, you have digital branches, we have sales centers, and then we have full service branches.
Okay, so break those down
So if
for
you
me.
think about a digital branch, the digital branch allows, if you think about it just like this, straight digital. So you're talking about, able to do the setup. Someone will be on the floor to take it to a tablet, allow you to, set up for online banking, and you're able to do transfers and just about anything on that digital space. So we are there for you in terms of helping you with that process. So while it's digital, anything as it relates to cash is not done there. The ATMs would be your next avenue to get things done.
Right.
Despite we being digital, you're able to get information as well. So you're able to get information on the other products and services that we offer. So you're talking about insurance, investment. You can set an appointment in terms of, to see a loans officer. So the digital space, the digital branch, is geared towards the digital, if you want to say converting person.
I was about to ask.
Yes.
I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I am going to put you on the spot. So I'm new to digital. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't have to figure it as easy as it is.
Yeah.
And it is easy. I don't have to necessarily figure it out on my own
No.
at home. I can visit a digital branch.
Visit a digital branch and we'll have an officer. And our
Lovely.
officers are well trained. So you don't have, they'll take your time. My greatest success is when I operate in a full service branch, is when you have a senior citizen and you're able to take them through that platform, allowing them to use the different things to pay their bills. it's just so awesome. They no longer go to a utility company to make the payments. They just use the digital space to make the payments.
And save money.
And save money and time.
Big time, yes.
So when you think about it, the digital space is just, the way to go. Then we have our sales centers, similar to the digital branch, offers a little bit more in terms of the investment side of things, the insurance side of things, doing loans application, mortgage application, credit card, just about everything. No cash involved, just the same. They are able to do transfers. So the digital and the sales center are similar somewhat. And then we have our full service branch. The full service branch, as you know, we still try to allow them to do the digital thing just the same because that's our drive, that's our strategy. We want persons to be using the digital space rather than using, if you want to say, over-counter stuff. Someone, why sit in a banking hall when you want to, say, make a deposit?
Right.
You go to the ATM and you're able to make the deposit. For each deposit, it takes 15 notes. You just follow the screen and you're able to do multiple deposits. And you can do any currency, meaning the major currency, US or Jamaican. You can pay your bills there. So the full service branch is for things that you're not able to do in the alternative channels.
Right.
So, we try and facilitate you there just the same. So we encourage everyone, you assess and see which one of the locations you need to go. Do I need to go to a digital branch? Do I need to go to a sales center? Or do I need to go a full service branch?
If I have to go at all.
If you have to go at all.
Right.
So, we encourage you to look and see what is it you have to do in a given day and you're able to visit any of those locations.
Some customers, I would imagine, still have some security concerns. What have you been hearing from your customers and how have we addressed those security concerns?
And those are, when you think about it, I don't think those will ever go away. But I can assure them that we have put a lot of systems in place to protect them because our customers are valued to us. And when you think about it, we want to make sure that they're secure. So the big one for us, you're talking about the alerts. The coolest thing. So I have a smartwatch here, and I'm sitting here now on set.
You're still smart, not to worry.
I'm sitting here on set, and a transaction goes through. For example, a payment was made from my credit card or whatever card.
Yes.
Boop.
Yes.
On screen. I know that's done. So the alerts are key, and you get the alerts in the, if you want to call it, in a text format, or you get it in the email.
Yes.
So you have two spaces that you can look for them.
Right.
So if you do a transfer, the one that is even cool, if you're even processing an application at the bank, the second the officer is updating your information, you get an alert.
I did not know that.
Yes. So right there and then, we are making you know that everything you do in that space, the alerts are there to protect you.
In the loop, yeah.
You also have the option of turning off your credit card.
Yes.
Just imagine that.
Yes.
So you're going to your bed and you say, okay, I want to turn off my credit card before I go to bed, just in case someone decides to use my card.
That's how you do it?
You just turn off the card.
I'm going to the mall. I'm going to turn off my credit card.
I don't think turning off your card for the mall would be a good idea because you need to use the card at the mall.
Oh, boy.
The good thing though is that you'll be able to turn it on
while you're there. Yes. I don't know how long you could
buy
keep
that
it off.
big ticket purchase and then you select pay to pay it off.
But that is also one of those cool features. You imagine you're able to turn off the card.
Yes.
So once you're doing anything, you decide, you even have limits. You can decide that, okay, I want to set limits as to what my card can be used.
There you go.
So when you set the limit, for whatever reason someone gets hold of it, they're not able to pass those limits.
Right.
And you decide, it's the same for the alert. So you decide that I want anything that I purchase for 500 Jamaican dollars, I want an alert. So if you say anything for $4.99, that can go.
Yes.
I'm okay. But anything above that, you'll be alerted that you have done a transaction.
Yes. So that's one of the features that we can do in-app. What should people do to protect themselves generally?
Okay, so there are three different in terms of you're talking about your ATMs, you're talking about online, and you're talking about the POS machine. So for the ATM, I always advise persons when you get into the ATM, you want to look around. You're looking around to see if there's anything suspicious inside the ATM. You know what an ATM should look like. So for example, if you go into an ATM and you're seeing a camera behind you for argument's sake, Why would a camera be behind you? You understand me? Stuff like that. So you want to look if there's anything. You want to look at the console, that it's a fix. It's not something someone put there. And you want to ensure that when you're putting in your PIN, you secure it, okay? You know, make it a practice. Most of our ATMs now does have a console that protects the PIN pad. But you want to
Just in case,
you know,
yes.
yeah, just in case. And you go ahead and do
Particularly
that.
at point of sale. I noticed that
That's
a lot
right.
at point of sale.
Don't take any help from anyone that you don't know when you go to the ATM. Do not share your PIN. And when we say do not share your PIN, not even with family members. Because what should happen, the family member should have a card for
They're
themselves.
themselves, right.
Yes. If you want them to share, you can make the account joint. Or if you want to transfer from your account to that individual. So that is for the ATM. The POS machine, the
And it's
similar
real
thing.
time. So
it's
if it
real
is that
time.
you need to give them money right now, when you do that transfer,
They're
it happens
able to
real time.
see.
So there's no need
They're
to give
able
them
to
a
see,
card.
so you don't need to give them a card. The POS machine is a similar thing. You want to make sure you're securing it. And you know, we always advise persons, do not allow your card to leave your site. So you might go to a restaurant,
Yes.
for argument's sake, and the person who is attending to you say, oh, I soon be back, and they leave
None
your
of that.
site. The second you do that, you're at risk, because you don't know where they went with your card, you don't know what was done with your card, and right there and then, you're exposed. So your thing, that's why we have mobile machines. Take the machine to me, or I go to the counter if you don't have a mobile one, but do not allow your card out of your site. So that's a good advice. So you have POS, you have ATMs, online.
Yes.
So I always say, once you're in doubt online, don't click. So you're online, you see a link, don't know this link, don't click. You can use your cursor and hover over the URL and you see it. Because sometimes that's how they work. They'll put things looks like the real thing, you click on it,
It's not.
and you get compromised. So you want to make sure that you're managing how you're in terms of how you in those three spaces. If you do that, you help to protect yourself
Right.
because you don't want to be inconvenienced. Because we see the pain.
Yes,
Once you're inconvenienced, you have lost funds, and then the process now to get it back. You know, persons. We want to prevent that.
Yes, I can
we want to
imagine.
prevent
So you wanted to
Yes,
jump in here?
Carlette. So,
Everything he said
Peter,
plus.
quite comprehensive, quite comprehensive. But, you know, one thing that we will never do to a customer is ask them to share for their PIN information or any kind of personal information. We'll never do that. So that's something that if you get an email or even a text to say, hey, we need to update your records, so click on this link and then enter.
Never.
Never.
Right.
Never.
You're lying.
That's, never. We only sell informational type thing. And, you know, when it comes on to security, you know, as far as Scotiabank is concerned, we have actually provided customers with several levels, right? Where the password, you get verification code, the customer can opt to, rather than a password every time, to use a Face ID or any kind of biometric, your fingerprint,
Yes.
to actually access our system. So, you know, as far as protection, safety is concerned, this is something that, you know, we take very, very seriously, and we encourage our customers to utilize it. Peter spoke about alerts. That's a big one because there are some alerts that are automatic and mandatory. So a customer has it and you know, we even realize that they have it, which is like the push. So once you're signed up for our online banking, you automatically
You get that. Yes.
right? But there are others that are optional, like you go to the mall
Yes.
and you want to,
Yes.
you don't want to spend and turn off a card, then you can turn it on back, right? Or you can set a limit if you have a budget and you say, hey,
Right.
I don't want to spend more than X amount.
And what kinds of fraud can I look out for? Should I be aware of? Identity theft?
Yeah, so, you know, the fraudsters are working overtime, right? And
bad.
I mean, every time as we do something legal, somebody study it and try to counter it. So we have situations, phishing, which is really sending an email, which is impersonated someone else. We have vishing,
Yes.
right? Which is voice now.
Yes,
Somebody
yes.
will call you and
Pretending
impersonate
to be
somebody else. And smishing, which is
Smishing.
which is really about now using SMS or text messages to actually, impersonate someone else. So customers has to be very cognizant of those situations, and we our messaging to our customers, we reiterate those kind of things so that they can be safe.
They need to be safe. They need
Yes.
to protect themselves.
Yes, yes.
So the bank is doing a lot, but we also have some personal responsibility.
Yes, yes, exactly. And that's not matter of personal responsibility. We give a guarantee. Once those personal responsibilities are met, and there's an incident, we'll fully compensate you, refund.
Is it? That's good to know.
Yes.
That's good to know. And how long does the investigation take, or you don't want to?
It varies. Depends on the situation. Some cases are more complex than others, but we have situations where it happens within a day or two.
And that's why it's very important that you don't share your information.
Yes.
Because you put yourself at risk. Once you share your information,
Then
you
it's
basically
hard.
break the clause.
Yes.
So you decide to give someone else your PIN, and then we have a situation,
That's a very important point.
we don't know what happened
Yes.
there.
I protect
So it's
myself.
always good to
So
keep
honey,
your
I want
information.
to give it to you, but the bank going to give
You don't
cash
need
if
to.
I don't,
You don't
I'm
need
not
to.
gonna give
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You can transfer the funds to the person.
Yes, as we
Or if it's
said.
a joint account, they have same access like you.
Right.
But
So-
it's not that I don't trust, but the bank say I mustn't give you my PIN.
Yeah, blame the bank. That's a good one.
In this case.
In this case.
For nothing
yes,
else.
yes.
For nothing else.
You will understand.
Yes, I hope so. So I just got an alert about a transaction that I didn't make.
Yes.
What should I do? I see
Okay.
here.
So whenever that happens, the very first thing you do is to call our 24-hour contact center. Okay? So any day of the week, anytime you make that call, 960-2990, 1-888-4 Scotia, anywhere in the world.
Yes.
You call, you advise them that this transaction was not done by you, and automatically they will block the card. So that's how you keep safe.
Right.
So it's always good to know that number.
One phone call. Let's
One
let's really
phone
take-
call away.
Yes.
One.
1-888-4 Scotia.
Yes.
Or
960-2990.
okay.
Yeah.
So once you make that call, the contact center agent have that conversation with you, and they block the card. And that's how you'll keep safe. So once that is blocked, they will tell you what happens next. You need to maybe do the forms
Right.
in terms of completing that, and then the next thing you do is visit a location to get a new card reissued.
Okay.
And you can get your life back
Yes,
in
yes.
action again.
So I will not forget that number. That number is a very important.
Very important. And it's on the back of the card as
It's on
well.
the
This is
back.
true.
Yes.
And in fact, there are two numbers at the back of the
Yes.
card. There's one for local and
one
one
for
for
international.
Okay.
So anywhere in the world
Yes.
you can
You can make
and
that
those are toll-free numbers.
Indeed. All right, all right. That's a lot, and I have even more questions. I can imagine that you have questions as well. So my peeps on Instagram and my friends joining on Zoom, what are your questions? Please drop them in the chat, and I'll be sure to bring them up so we can get you answers. I know you can make you can call the number 1-888-4 Scotia,
yeah.
but here's your opportunity to do it right now with the big bosses that can give you all the information. So I got a few questions already. The first question that I got in my account was, and I asked that question, what should I do if I see a suspicious transaction? So the next question that I got is there a particular form that I need to use when I'm reporting to my branch? Did you say it was a particular form, or just call that number?
Yes, there is a form, and dependent on which one of the fraud, it could be the credit card or it could be the debit card. Yes. So the officer will provide that form. You complete the data as best as you can, and we'll help you as well.
Right.
Complete that, and then we start our investigation in terms of resolving that particular case. Yes.
Okay, all right. Another question that I've seen is, how do I prevent my card from being compromised? What preventative tips do we have to give?
So,
Does anyone say that one?
we spoke about them earlier. So, first of all, don't share your PIN. Don't ensure that, the access to your card is with you, whether it's a friend, family, whatever. Ensure that you utilize our alerts.
Yes.
Ensure that, if you're using when you actually using your card, and it doesn't leave your sight. So you're out dining, and the waiter or waitress comes, ensure that you actually have it, right there. And there are a number of other things that, in terms of just keep your information to yourself. Utilize the protections that we have, that we went through earlier, like keep your password or your PIN number, you know, make it be something that's, you know,
Unique to you.
Unique
Right.
to you.
No birthdays.
And don't put the birthdays or
The
anything
persons
like
know
that.
that.
Right. The persons can guess that easily. So, you know, those are some basic things.
Yes.
That if you know, adhere to those things, you should be good.
Okay, all right. Here's another question that I see on the channels, and Peter, I'm going to direct this one to you. How do I know that the vendor doesn't double tap? So clearly they have a Scotia MasterCard with tap,
Yes.
and they want to make sure that the vendor doesn't say, oh, give me back your card, I have to tap it again.
Well, I'll use my best practice. So once I go out and it's a tap machine and they hold the machine, I hold my card.
Ah, you don't hand over your
No.
card. You stretch it.
As it says, it's a contactless card. You know. So if you think about it, I don't want them to touch my card. So they hold the machine, I tap a here, make one beep, and that's it. And right away, my card is gone back to wherever safe place, and we're finished our transaction.
And just in the event that a double tap takes place, you will see it on your
You
statement.
say, yeah.
And there's a process, as Peter outlined before,
be
where
reimbursed.
it will be reimbursed.
Aha,
Yes.
that's good to know.
Right.
All right. Let's reiterate some points for the benefit of our audience. Preventative tips. I know we touched on it earlier, but we're going to bring it up as a slide so people can see and they can follow along as to how to prevent themselves from being a victim of fraud. We mentioned the alerts. Alerts are very important. We expressed that. So mobile alerts are a simple and easy way to stay on top of your account activity. It will let you know the minute, literally, the minute
I always test it.
Exactly.
money is pulled from your account. So having Scotiabank alerts gives you the power and the security to know whenever an activity takes place on your account for debit and credit card transactions. You mentioned that alerts are available for transaction notifications.
Yes.
You highlighted for payment notifications, such as credit card or
Security
ScotiaLINE
Right.
payments. And that's
Security
important.
notification
right?
as well.
Security notification.
Security notifications, if anyone tries to change your password or signing in from a
information.
new device.
Right.
I get that one a lot because
Yes.
sometimes it's my laptop, sometimes
Sometimes,
it's
yeah.
my phone, as well as balance notifications.
That's
right.
So if your balance drops below a certain amount and you
Yes.
can, oh no, it's timed. So
And
I
that's
can
a
get
cool one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can decide. So, not to give away my secret,
Yes.
but you can set it daily. So you can decide that every day at this time, I need those updates.
Yes.
So you get an alert to tell you that this account is at that, and you're able to see.
And I hope for your sake it's going up every day, but it's not.
That's fine.
But you will know that, well, yesterday I had this much and
What
today
is
I
happening
don't have
today?
so
Yes,
something
exactly.
must
Something
be
is
That
wrong.
will
up.
prompt
and
you now
therefore-
to go and check.
Check,
to see.
yeah.
Right.
You know, something.
And it may be something innocuous like a online credit card transaction,
Exactly.
but you want to know which
A
one it is.
subscription or
A
something.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, those
Yes,
subscriptions.
those subscriptions.
And in fact, in that case, you'll get the balance notification and you also get a transaction
Transaction
alert.
note.
Yes,
Yes,
it's a
yes.
double
Double,
protection.
right.
Very good. Scotia alerts are quick and easy to set up. They're free, customizable, and safe. So this is one great way to protect yourself, and they are an important feature in reducing fraud. So that's certainly one way. And we spoke about it a lot. We really have to hammer home the point that you need to have those alerts to protect yourself.
Carlette, I want to say one thing, which I don't know how comes with it. We haven't said it
Oh.
before. All online transactions are free.
That's an important one.
Yeah,
Free.
yeah.
No cost.
So let us go through. I'm paying my bill, free.
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 I am transferring money to a friend.
Free.
Free.
I am receiving money,
Free.
so I don't have to pay for anything.
Nothing. And that's the space we want you to
And the
use.
beauty with us is that we are giving the customer choices. You may like the app, you may not like it, but you may like the web. You may not like it, you may like the ATM, prefer the ATM. If you like all three, so much power to you. You're good. So it's really about choices.
That saves me a lot of money.
Yes.
That saves me a lot of money. So let's talk about ATM and let's recap how it is that we protect ourselves at the ATM. You had mentioned that, we want to cover our
PIN
PIN.
pad.
What else do we need to do at ATM to stay safe?
You just ensure that, when you get there, you check the surroundings.
Surroundings.
That's always key.
Yes.
Because when you get there, remember, they are out there planning to get your funds. So they want to look at, loopholes. They might go there and someone might be outside, not branded,
Yes.
and say, okay, I'm here to help you. You don't want to take help from that person. It has to be someone that you know works with the organization.
Right.
You know, we maybe go on a Sunday for argument's sake, and someone is outside to say, okay, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Don't think the staff work on a Sunday.
Right.
You understand? So you want to make sure you protect you ensure you check the console just to make sure that everything is intact. And if you do that, then, you know, definitely.
One
you'll
of
be
the habits that
secure.
I needed to get back into is locking the
The door.
Locking the door when you go in.
Yeah, and all our machines, all our ATM vestibules are outfitted with a lock
With a lock.
inside.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Simple, straightforward. There's no reason not
Once you
to.
get in, that's the first
Right,
thing you do.
Right.
You close the
right,
door.
Right, right. And in
Yeah.
fact, in two ways, it locks with the lock, but there's also
A sensor.
a sensor that locks it. There are times when it malfunctions, or someone may be blocking it and it can't come up. But, you know, but so, you know, again, that's added protection.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we spoke about online. We spoke about the ATM. Let's recap again about the point of sale. So I roll up to my favorite shop.
Yes.
I'm buying my outfit for the weekend. I have my card.
Yes.
I need to, as you say, not let the card out of my sight.
Never. So once you get there, and for instance, let's use the tap. Tap feature,
Yes.
the tap, you put it back in that safe space. Don't get so excited that you leave it on the counter, because right there now,
Yes, that's a
you're vulnerable.
no-no.
No. And you want to make sure once you're doing that, you'll be safe. The POS is the easy way to pay.
Yep.
Contactless, put it back, and they're able to move on to your next transaction.
Yes. And get a receipt.
Always get
Always
a
get a receipt.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Get a
Yeah.
receipt.
Very, very, very big.
Okay, all right. I checked and I see another question that I think is really relevant. Let me pick it up so I can go. I'm using my phone to access Scotia, but what if my phone is lost or stolen? Will they have access to my account?
And that's a good question.
Yeah, very good question. You know, customers will always think about that. So, you know, your phone will be set up with your different levels of security. Your password, your username, etc. And also, when you're signing on, there's a verification that is required. So if your phone is lost or stolen, you know, those barriers would
Yes.
need to be broken down
Okay.
Before you get
before you actually get access. And of course, you know, if that happens and you know, so the first thing you'll do
Just call and shut it down.
you call and shut it down, and you know, you could easily go and change the password on another device.
Oh, yes.
You know, on the laptop and shut it down.
Have to be careful about that.
Right, right. And you could even block your card too. If you want. So there are many ways you can actually protect. Yeah? But there's no real risk, any major risk, because as a result of those
Of that.
controls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No
And
problem.
maybe they can start the practice. The second they're finished using the phone,
Yes.
just close the phone.
Close
Lock
the
it.
phone, lock
Lock
the
it.
phone, lock the
Lock it.
phone,
Lock
same
it.
time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I know we have some more questions and they will come up on the screen. So we can bring these questions to you. Desmond Rowe on Zoom asks, how do I get the app?
Boy,
Very good question.
You know, that's a very good question, but it's the easiest thing to do.
So they go. Depends
Simply-
on the provider,
Yeah?
meaning Android
Or-
or
Yeah. So
iOS.
simply go on to the Play Store, and whether it's an iOS or Android, you know, you download the app. So it's in the
App is
iOS
free.
store,
Free to download.
and the
Okay.
Play Store for Google. Yeah. Yeah.
So once he
So-
clicks that,
Once you click that, and
Download.
then, your account holder is a very 1, 2, 3 process. You simply load the app. It will ask you your name, your date of birth,
Yes.
and identification, and
all the
then-
information that
and
you
then you're
would
in.
know. Yeah.
I mean, it's a 3-step process.
And
Very,
just
very
like that, you are in. I'm going to find it right
Very
now.
simple.
I have it already, but I just want to look for something very quickly. Because what it will also tell you, my Wi-Fi is slow. Okay, so I need to get my Wi-Fi. What I noticed that it also lets you know what kind of information the app is collecting, and it's
Yes.
not.
Yes.
And I found that to be very significant,
Significant,
right? So
yes.
we don't need to be tracking people.
No.
All right, we do have another question from online. Tamara Ingram on Zoom says, am I able to apply for my credit card online?
At this particular moment, no. That's something that we are actually
Yes.
working on.
One of the features that are coming
Yes,
soon.
yes. So stand by, stay tuned.
Yes.
That will be here shortly.
So don't worry, that feature is coming along. So we're going to take another question from online. Desmond Rowe. Oh no, Desmond Rowe asked already how you can get the app, and we said, just to recap, that it is available for free for download in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So Owen Rodney, also on Zoom, says, I tried to get an e-statement for my savings account, but none was available. Is this a glitch on the system, or do e-statements only apply to checking accounts?
No, it's any account. That particular situation, I mean, if it persists, we could just give us a call.
And the number again is 1-888-4-SCOTIA or
9602990.
Right. But all accounts, whether credit card or deposit accounts.
For 1 year.
For 1 year.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
credit cards for 6 months and deposit for 1 year.
Okay, excellent. All right, we have another question also on Zoom. Peter Robb asks, all the services are to come, or are they currently available?
Well, all the services are available. We spoke about a few that are coming. About like dark mode, talk about tax payment. Those are coming, but all other services are.
Everything else that we have mentioned today is readily available online and on the app, so you can definitely check it out. And at the ATM, because that's a third self-service channel, which was the question that we asked earlier. So we hope that Widow is very happy with that. So the services and features are available now. Kamara Stennett on Zoom is asking, for your current customers who have existing loans, will principal payment be available through the app anytime soon?
That's a good one.
So that's a very good question.
Look at you.
Because,
That one I know.
and what's the name?
They'll bring up back the question so we can see.
Okay. Oh, Vestal. Yes, Vestal. So right now,
Look right there on top of
payments
Vestal.
online is really on the loan, right? And the payments, not the principal today. So if you want them paid on the principal, you'll have to go into the branch for that. But you can actually prepay your loan online or at the ATM. So the answer to the question, not online yet for principal, but that's something that
But it's coming
will
soon.
come in the future.
Right, we'll add that to the coming soon. All right, we're going to take another question from online. I noticed that our Zoom people are very interested, so I'm looking for some IG questions to come up as well. Veston also asks, will I be able to add persons
Knew
to
this
my
one was
account
coming as well.
without
you take
going
that one.
into the branch?
You take that one.
As a branch manager.
It is something that we're working aggressively on because we know it's a need.
Yes.
Persons, we want them to have that access, that they're able to do that. Currently are only able to open the single account, but very soon
Right.
they will have that convenience where they're able to do that joint. Yeah, but at this present moment, not
Not yet.
Right.
Okay, no problem. A lot coming soon. Rachel asks, is it possible to turn off your debit card as well?
All right, so a very good question, Raquel. That's something that we are actually working to have available. We are at credit card now, and we're actually working on that to come as well.
Okay, so you soon will be able to turn off your debit card, but as of right now, like right this minute, you can pick up and you can turn off your credit card. So that's good. We have another question from IG. Anne-Marie Campbell is our first IG question. Why can't I pay my credit card bill online anymore? I no longer see it as an option under borrowing.
Okay,
something
all right.
wrong.
So your credit card bill can be paid online.
That maybe is a particular case.
Yeah, I would put the question back up.
Please bring up back the there we go.
Why can't I pay my credit card bill
anymore?
online anymore? I no longer see the option on the borrowing. You can actually pay your credit card online. If I understand it right, you can use your credit card as well to pay a bill online. I'm not sure if I fully understand the question.
I think that question maybe the person is not seeing their credit card anymore. And if that is happening, it could be
That's
a
another-
case
yes.
where they maybe need to visit a branch to
Right.
see if
There's
there's
probably
something
something
wrong.
happening with the card
Or maybe
itself.
call the center.
Right.
The center would be able to advise them.
Indeed.
What we have found, if, for instance, there is and not the case maybe here, if there is a delinquency in terms of a particular, you might not see it. It's get removed from the
Right.
platform, or if there's a situation in terms of an issue
Yep.
with the platform.
But
on
we
a
encourage
particular
them to
day.
call for Scotia or
Just to find out exactly what's
960
happening.
to see what there's an issue there.
so we'll be able to solve that problem. All right, we have time for just one last question before we go, and the question is from Kerwin Bennett.
Knew this one was coming as well.
Can
Very
I
good
transfer
question.
funds internationally from my U.S. account to my Scotia Jamaica account?
Yes.
So, yes,
That one is a
Or vice versa?
yes. So you would provide the information to the bank there in terms of the international routing number, in terms of the SWIFT code, particulars for your account, and they're able to wire transfer the funds to your account in Jamaica.
Okay.
So, I know most apps are doing that now. Yes, so once you have the pertinent information, you're able to wire transfer funds from anywhere in the world to your account in Jamaica.
Right, and we are actually looking at online now to have it the other way around, where you can actually transfer it from online to overseas. But that's not happening. So that's
Working on that.
Okay.
Yes.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we don't have time for more questions now, but you can always call Scotiabank with your questions or post your questions on social media, and we will get back to you. Speaking of the persons who joined us this evening, we have our winners from Zoom and IG. Their names will be coming up on screen. Congratulations to you. Here is our first one coming up. The Zoom winner coming up, and this person has won for themselves a $50 US Amazon gift card. So we have a Zoom winner and we have an Instagram winner. Congratulations to you both. And I'm going to encourage you, I know that you've been contacted. Please remember to send your details to just Scotiabank, right? So that we can make sure that you receive your card. This was such an informative session. Hughton and Peter, I learned so much. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
I'm sure I speak for the audience when I say it was really good, really informative.
Yes.
And we will make use of the self-service channels because they are quick, they are easy, they are free, they are fast, they're convenient. They're virtually no need to come into a branch.
No need.
But if you do, you can sit down and do what you need to do. But make use of the self-service channels for most of your activities. Remember, the conversation continues online. If you need any more information, don't forget to visit us on Instagram at Scotiabank JAM. That's Scotiabank JAM for all the updates as to when some of these new features come out. I thank you so very much for joining us this evening. I'm Carlette, and I encourage you to walk good and be safe.